from the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Up next, it's our main event between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the visiting Falcons. These guys have all been 2-4 over the last 6 weeks. Facing off with him, that is head coach John Harbaugh of the Ravens. These guys with the crowd at their best, and things are only going to get louder once this game begins. Kate Scott Brock here on the call with you. This is Young Wayne Cooter to the others. And we are off and running from the Inner Harbor. Fielded at the 7. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And after the play on the Falcons, still out there injured. So we'll get a re-stoppage here as they check on him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be down here at the 42.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. First and 10.
Lamar's going to keep this one. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor along the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a lot more yardage than that. Let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained the play. The tip goes for the
and this one only made it easy on. We're coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up
to the air, 3rd and long. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down. Baltimore lined up in punt formation, and this was a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And this one did hit the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Falcons on offense for their first drive. And they're brought up by the NCAA record holder for passing touchdowns across all divisions. He's along this DT Shepherd University, Tyson Bagent.
Last week, they won't call his effort wasted, but you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in the contest that ended in draw. 2 touchdowns, no kicks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built on.
Looking now from the gun. And they give it to him as he was trying to make something happen. I wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making a stop short like they did and bringing a 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defense coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Nearly starts to drive the 1st down run. Something yards short, gain of 9. We can look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Now Jackson. And this is headed the wrong way. We're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Derrick Henry. A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
Lamar now from the gun. Finds the end route complete. And this spot
what happened to you, bro?
not have that first. They're going to face 4th and
Jacob got hurt.
Now it looks like one of the Ravens is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. On their own side, but only need an inch or 2 here, so they're going for it. 4th down now, trying for the 6 with an option. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's a great field position. First and 10, 43. It's out on the bootleg. That's complete. So Mustard on it, so there's a run. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. BJ now to throw. He keeps it and takes off. And they're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard
The
line.
play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
Pagin looking to throw. That won't be caught out.
This guy
It's
sucks.
incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with third and long. Here he goes, third and long. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. He's across the 20, still going. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And coming in zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there are so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. And it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Two all lined up and ready to put this one away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And you want your quarterback to, number one, find ways to score for your offense. You always tell me that, Brock. But also, he's done it more than just through the air for them. That last drive, a notable touchdown for him on the ground for the season. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hit. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Second and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be Baltimore first.
Yeah, what was that, man?
Get right side to Henry. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure can spring that wrong the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more.
There you go. There you go. Oh, okay, Curtis.
Taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for the Ravens first down. Pressure coming, it's Jackson. Caught out left. And on first down, he only gets about a yard here for the defender there to force him out.
out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on
Play action, here's Jackson.
But you can't even set. Oh, no. He needs to get it.
And they come through the
He
second.
needs to get it. He's almost there.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Jackson now, third and long. Throwing to the back of the end zone.
Oh,
And we all saw it.
that's interference?
Just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one.
wow. They got him for pass interference.
So pass interference on the shot to the end
Wow.
zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Henry. And he rolls through the defense for a touchdown. The Ravens trim the lead to 1. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, buddy.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those forces before they run paper.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Thomas on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons, the running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he made it 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
At the 34-yard line.
Bajent. Short pass brought in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That one gains 7. And that's a Falcon first down.
And the Falcons first down.
Now Bajent.
Oh!
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looks like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the rookie defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your routes, but see those defenders in front of you. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. The drive begins with Henry. Gets some space around midfield. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Gain of 15 there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So Reed will get onto Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, these are some of the little hidden plays in the game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
You get hurt again?
From the pistol, Henry. He gets a couple on first, and they'll cut off 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has the connection to right. And he's short the first after a mild gain.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Trying to get it with the option. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. All right, they were set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Henry. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Now we see after that play, one of the Falcons having some trouble out there. They'll head out to look at him. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. It's on the in route. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Hey, you again?
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's got it in close. first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Baltimore, first down.
Henry takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Okay, put this first quarter in perspective a little bit, add a little context. You know, the single-season rushing touchdown record is 28. 28 in 17 games. Well, LT did it in 16 back in the day, but he's got 2 already here in the first quarter.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Coming off the field, they ain't really on the
Take it
field.
away. Here's Thomas on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. He loses the football. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. And he's able to advance it just a little bit after recovering that fumble partner, so a costly mistake is averted. Give him 6 on the pickup, and that is how our first quarter will end. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. Back to the bank in just a moment. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. From the gun, it's Robinson. Defender gets him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. So fresh set downs now from the 39. First and 10, around to Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
Slot man in motion left.
49-yard line.
Here's Bagent. Complete to the rookie out of Auburn. And they make the tackle at the 38. And even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Throwing here, Bagent. And this time they're going to get to him before they get that pass away. So he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
It's second down.
They've got a man in motion. Here's Bagent to throw. Steps up and he's running with it.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for lack of trying.
Third and long for him here. Throwing deep here for the end zone. And they will score a touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Drake London with a touchdown. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing, as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
Cool on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons tie things up at 14. Well, hold on a second. We got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This return starts at the 5. And He's brought down just inside the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down at the line.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun.
What?
Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Right there.
Down and 9 yards to go.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. He's able to get Flowers caught. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. We've set it down from the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10, here's Jackson. Connecting on the slant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
This is Henry on 2nd. He's got room to roll. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st and 10 from the 32.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Running once more with Henry. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays on. Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
He was taken down behind
And it's not just the quarterbacks, Brock, who are going to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up.
Ball is out, Ryan lost it on the hit. And this is going to be Falcons football.
You know, we can go down on the field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them kids is going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he can even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Here's Robinson, starts to drive. Rob flat, first guy he met, no gain on that first down run. Nothing to it on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Ravens get him, down he goes. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that set.
I think we've reached the point of the game where I got to think my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
And he'll make the fair catch. Didn't make it to the 50. This one just short of midfield. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And it's not just a blip for him this year. He's been one of their go-to scorers on the ground as we get through the heart of this season, leading all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on first. Catch made. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Henry will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a punch here.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. Didn't do it there.
He's going to score a touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 7-quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
touchdowns on the season. Having all look the same, boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
Here's Lou for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. All set up. Here's Lou to kick it away. Here's Thomas on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And they're a touchdown back drop as they take over down 21-14. Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. We'll send one of the tight ends in motion right. Pages looking to throw. All in left side. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They gave him 11 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down. They're going play action. And downfield, and he finds London. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Shotgun snap against Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, that's a run that's all hung on the stat sheet. But if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one. Softening up the front, opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
And they're going to be set at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 22. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. Robinson on the inside give. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to get the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now.
They balling with these boys, son. They balling with them.
Taken in at the 8. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Henry gets it here to start the drive. He powers it in for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. First down run, maximum 5. Now 2nd and 5.
There you go.
Another run for Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they hold him down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. It's Henry on the counter.
He's right there.
Nice little run there. Gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to
He tucked the shit. He tucked the shit. All right there in your face, nigga. Right there, bro.
But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Changing it up here. Jackson. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on a quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Keeping it himself. Going a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 19.
Now it's Lamar. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Aaron out on 3rd. Oh, he's going to run for it. And this drive is going to continue. He's
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Henry. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back now, pressure coming. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he gets back to the line, but no more. Running out of chances. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson.
Make
Take
it.
this into the end zone.
Make it.
Touchdown. The Ravens take the
Yep,
lead
that
just
best
before
mode again.
halftime. So Rock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
The key word there that we said is finish, because you want to have that mindset. Even early in the game, the field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Luke tacks out the extra point. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Falcons 21.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons offense returning to the field a final time before the half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout.
Yard gain on the play.
Pages.
Agent, throw that shit, nigga. The fuck was
It's
that?
incomplete with 7 seconds left.
That motherfucker just stood there like, he was just standing there like, he had all day. Did nobody get open for
In
you?
motion.
You know, they almost threw a pick.
Looking to throw. Brought in right side. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. One last play before the break.
Bomb that bitch.
One final shot before the half. Throwing for the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Huber.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. A 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Bateman now to throw.
Oh, popped out.
But a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 26. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackled there by Mike Green. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. contact is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And the Falcons, first down. That's a gain of 19 yards. First down, Falcons.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
Second down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It was second down and 18. Throwing here, Bacon. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
To the sideline and incomplete. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Third and long for him here. No place to go. Ravens take him down. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. And now face fourth down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fights his way through a tackle. Escapes a defender. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. From the gun, run for Henry. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
The tackle made.
It's a gain 3-4.
Brings up second and 7.
Flying down the middle with Henry. On the move, past the 40. Up to the races, middle of the field. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Extra point is up and through by Lou. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. All set up. Here's Lou to kick it away. Here's Thomas on the return. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. All right, working from the gun to Suggs. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And with 3 yards, the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's second and 13. Here's Payton to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Now he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, it's from 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he'll take in a fair catch just above the 35. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. The drive begins with Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
From the gun, Jackson. Put this one down for Henry. And he's brought down after a short gain. So we'll take a pause for the injury, and that looks like Derrick Henry, who's in need of some assistance out there. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pistol snap to Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
He has it at the 13.
Oof.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Pages. A quick slant caught by Washington. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
It's not horrible.
Empty backfield, motioning right. 3rd and long, ready to throw. He's going to lock the one deep to the left.
That's what
And
they
that one's incomplete for now. He brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
offense. What?
Don't want to give them another shot at 3rd down, so they'll bring up 4th while they can and decline the flag.
That's crazy. They don't want them to win. How do you get an offensive pass interference? It's make a defense one and an offensive one. What? Make that make sense, bro. They got a defensive and an offensive pass interference. Both.
Over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Jackson, quick pass wide. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 40-yard line.
Here's the long back on the handoff. And these drives him back at field goal range, Brock, as he stopped for loss of yardage. And each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And he's taken down at the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup, and that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Design run, Jackson keeping it. And a big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
Sent a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Jackson's going to keep it again. And he might be close to this league growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Henry takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens making a 3-possession game. The Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21.
Ravens 22. Falcons 21.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Fielded at the 7. Things going well so far. Pass midfield, and he's got space. And he'll go out of bounds well into enemy territory. Looks like he's right around the 40-yard line.
Well, at this point, they're going to take points any way they can get them, and that includes on special teams. He's had a ton of kicks sent his way, a bunch of returns today, and he nearly made him pay with that one.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. A run here with Robinson. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. All set now. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Robinson. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's going to be knocked backwards. This loses yards to the 7.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
From the gun on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Koo able to put it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 20.
From the pistol, Henry. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Behind Diablo there on the tackle. Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to be Baltimore 1st.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
First and 10. He keeps it on the option. Continuing to move past the 45. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
6. That's another Baltimore first down.
Lamar now from the gun. He keeps it and takes off. And we might be close to this lead blown again. That play gives him a first and goal.
It's a gain of 18. And the Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run here with Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. We'll see them tackle second and goal after the break. The Ravens have the football, and more importantly, partner, a solid lead. Here's second and goal from the 6. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal. Defense bringing in a 5th DB, third and goal.
Third and goal.
Changing it up here, Jackson. And he has the catch. It's both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see it thrown that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Fielded at the 7. Jukes away from 1. This makes it up to the 25. The Falcons and Tyson Bagents coming out for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First and 10, around to Robinson. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Brings up second and 5.
Now Bagents. We put some juice on a deep look. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
A gain of 48 yards.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons making the scoreboard look a touch better.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Cool on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons make it an 18-point game. Koo all lines up and ready to put this one away.
Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. On first down, Jackson finds him on the crossing route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Plowing up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They give it to him again. Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. And after the play, one of the Falcons still out there injured. So we'll get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Agent looking to throw. And almost someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. 1st down, here's Lamar. And this is going to go incomplete in the